Dear student, in today's video we will discuss the neoclassical age or classical Augustan age. First we will talk about what is neoclassical literature or what is the definition of Augustan age. The word neoclassical comprises of two words, neo and classical. Neo derived from the Greek word neos, meaning young or new, and classical derived from the Latin word classis, meaning related to ancient Greek or Latin models of the art forms. Therefore, neoclassicism is a school of literature that lays emphasis on the revival and restoration of the classical standards of literature. This age is also known as the Augustan age, as the literary splendor of this age resembled the brilliant and glorious age of Emperor Augustus Caesar of Rome. It is also popularly known as 18th century or age of Pope and Johnson, as it covers the complete 18th century, during which Pope and Johnson dominated the literary stage of England. This age covers a wide time span with diverse trends and innovations, but there is an underlying unity which binds the literature of various periods of this age. So, the classical or Augustan age historically refers to the glorious period of Emperor Augustine of Rome. The roots of Roman literature can be traced back as Greek literature through the Renaissance. Their principles and ideals in literature were adopted and practiced by English authors of the 18th century, roughly from Dryden to Johnson. Strictly speaking, therefore, in English literature, this age should be called neoclassical or neo-Augustan age. It covers the whole of our indispensable 18th century. Broadly speaking, the 18th century is divisible into two literary ages: the age of Pope 1700 to 1745 and the age of Johnson 1745 to 1798. So, the classical or neoclassical literature is between 1660 to 1798. Now we will discuss why is it called the Augustan age. Although Augustan age specifically refers to the age of Emperor Augustus of Rome, who ruled from 17 BC to AD 14. But since the time of Augustus was notable for the perfections of letters and learning, the term Augustan has, by analogy, been applied to other epochs of world history when literary culture was high. As Virgil and Horace made the Augustan age of Rome, so Addison and Steele, Swift and Pope are said to have made the Augustan age of English letters. In a narrow sense, the term Augustan age applies only to the reign of Queen Anne. In a broad sense, it is sometimes given the date of Pope. The writers of age were self consciously Augustus aware of the perils of their writings to Latin literature, giving to comparing London to Rome, and in case of Pope, addressing George II satirically as Augustus. 18th century is also called classical age or neoclassical age. The term classical refers to ancient Latin literature. The Latin poets and critics of this age were believed to be the best models and ultimate standards of literary taste. Understanding the neoclassical era helped us better understand the literature. This was a time of comfortableness in England. People would meet at coffee house to chat about politics among other topics and sometimes drink a new warm beverage made of chocolates. It was also the beginning of the British tradition of drinking afternoon tea, and it was the starting point of the middle class, and because of that, more people were literate. People were highly interested in appearances, but not necessarily in being genuine. Men and women commonly wore wigs, and being clever and witty was in vogue. Having good manners and doing the right thing, particularly in public, was essential. It was a time too of British political upheaval as 8 monarchs took the throne. Now we will talk about the characteristics of neoclassical literature. Neoclassical literature is characterized by order, accuracy, and structure. In indirect opposition to Renaissance attitudes, where man was seen as basically good, the neoclassical writers portrayed man as inherently flawed. They emphasized restraint, self control, and self common sense. This was a time when conversation flourished in both politics and literature. Some popular types of literature included parody, essay, satire, letters, fables, melodrama, rhyming with couplets. This age covers a wide time span with diverse trends and innovations, but there is an underlying unity which binds the literature of various periods of this age. In the 18th century, England witnessed a general public stability after the long period of political turmoil, which culminated in the restoration of Stuart monarchy. After a long strife, having won liberty, the society was at peace. The spread of education also gave a helping hand to restoring of peace and order in English society. It was in general a liberal, peaceful and prosperous age in all spheres of life. The most outstanding feature of this age is that England saw a rise in clubs and coffee houses, which not only became a hub of social life but also a characteristic of the age. Neoclassicism is a revival of many styles and spirit of classical antiquity inspired directly from the classical period. It was an era of understanding and enlightenment, and literature becoming a medium of dispersible knowledge among the masses. This age is also called the age of prose, as it saw a revolutionary upsurge in prose writing in the form of periodical essays, political pamphlets, political satires, and prose fiction. Addison, Steele, and Goldsmith were the renowned essayists of this age. The Tatler and Spectator were the outstanding periodicals brought out during this period. Swift's The Battle of Books, Gulliver's Travels, A Tale of Tub, Daniel Defoe's Romanian Crusoe, Captain Singleton, and Moll Flanders are the important prose pieces of this age. The poets of this age composed outstanding poetry based on classical conventions. Matthew Prior, John Gay, Edward Young, Thomas Parnell, James Thomson, William Collins, and Thomas Gray were the leading poets of this age. Pope occupies the highest place as 18th century poet. His important works are An Essay on Criticism, The Rape of the Lock, The Dunciad, and The Essay on Man. Now we will talk about the characteristics or the important features of the literature of this age are. First one is it marks supremacy of reason, cover belief, intellect over emotion, and mind over passion. It is popular due to the scholarly allusions from religious, biblical, and classical literature. Next one, rationalism is noteworthy features of the neoclassical literature. It is didactic and moral in nature. Realism is another key feature of neoclassical literature. It faithfully mirrors the contemporary age to the fullest. It strictly adhered to the classical conventions in poetry. Objectivity is a distinct feature of this literature. So, neoclassicism writers seldom expresses their personality through their works. So,